Good morning. I have two charter requests from the City of Newport News. I'll start with Senate Bill 822, which deals with waterworks advertising requirements. This amends the 1926 Acts of the Assembly for newspaper advertisements for the sale or lease of waterworks property from 4 successive weeks prior to a public hearing to 2 weeks. For comparison's sake, the general notice requirements for a public hearing regarding the sale of city-owned real estate is 1 advertisement at least 7 days prior to the public hearing. Whenever the city grants a lease or easement longer than 5 years, it is required to advertise once a week for 2 consecutive weeks. This amendment brings the advertising requirements for waterworks property closer in line with those for municipal-owned property generally. The change will save on advertising costs, and the change will also allow transactions involving waterworks property to be brought before council more expeditiously. So it's merely changing from 4 weeks to 2 weeks.
Anyone here to speak in support of the bill?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Jerry Wilson on behalf of the City of Newport News. We thank Senator Locke for carrying this, and we support the bill.
What's your name again, please?
Jerry Wilson.
Okay. A question from the members of the committee? Any questions? A question from staff? If that's the case, then what happened was that we can't vote here, but because of those of us who are here, we need one short, and of course there's no problem from the committee. So that one you won't have to come back. That one gonna be recommended for me based on no question from the staff and those who are here. We're gonna hear it in the full committee. You don't have to come back for that one. Okay. Since allowed, okay. 829.
Second one is 829, dealing with real estate assessment disputes. It adds the Board of Review consideration of contested property assessments as a prerequisite to filing a suit in circuit court. Now, this does not remove a property owner's right to sue in circuit court if the dispute is not resolved by the Board of Review. It simply allows the assessor's office the opportunity to evaluate property owners' concerns about an assessment before litigation. It provides an opportunity to adjust the assessment, if appropriate, without going to court. Potentially, it saves both the city and the taxpayer time and money, and possibly reduces the caseload for circuit court.
Jeff, any problem with this one? Yes, ma'am. Ms. Wilson, how you doing again today?
Fine, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You're from Newport News, and you're here to tell me you're in support of this bill, right?
Yes, sir.
Bless your heart. Thank you so much. Question from the members committee. Any questions? Anyone in the audience have an opposition? Anyone in the audience want to speak to the bill? In that case, then again, you don't have to come back. If so be it, we really let a lot know, but as long as Jeff is okay with it, I'm pretty sure we can get it out. They won't take my word, but they'll take Jeff's word. Thank you, Senator Locke. Appreciate it.
Thank you
so much, okay? Dr. Pete, where are you? Did I see you somewhere?
Sir, yes, sir.
Come on up here, talk to me.
Ready for me?
All right.
All right. This is a charter bill change for the town of Amherst, Mr. Chairman. Farmville. My last one was Amherst, town of Farmville. Good morning, as I said. So town of Farmville's charter was last repealed and a new charter adopted by the General Assembly in 1956. So over the last 60 years, many of the provisions have become outdated, and rather than amend the current charter, they've decided to repeal the existing charter and adopt a new one. The new charter contains 30 sections as opposed to the current charter's 62 sections. There's some major changes I'll go through, but Mr. Hefty, attorney, what brought about this? Come up.
All right, excuse me a minute. Jeff, because of some of the changes, do you think we need to hear this from the full committee?
There's nothing controversial or unusual about the charters.
Okay. Do I like Senator Pete? Do I like him?
Oh, okay. No, I hope so.
You my friend.
I hope so. I vote for all your bills.
Oh, bless your heart.
Every single one of them.
Good morning, sir.
Even when the rest of my people don't vote for them, I vote for them.
Yes, sir. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right.
The town council just decided that since 1956, a lot of the provisions were outdated. Got provisions for a town sergeant. They now have a police chief, treasurer. They now have a director of finance.
They had some bail things in the old charter obsolete.
So there was a public hearing before town council. It was unanimously approved by town council, and nobody spoke against it at the public hearing. So there's no issue in Farmville.
Still having 4-year terms, not changing any elections, not changing wards. There was a stronger mayor, correct, and now there's more of a town manager, so they're clarifying that.
Now, when do you have elections?
November.
November.
Well, thanks to you, I did not vote against. I did not vote for that. I won't want to be dishonest, Mr.
Thank you
Chairman.
so
I
much,
didn't
sir.
vote for that.
Okay. Question from the committee? Any question from the committee? Jeff, any questions? So Jeff, will you be able to, for me, is in short form, just give a short synopsis of some of the changes?
Yeah, and we've got a sheet.
Okay.
If I may approach there, we give you our sheet.
Anyone in the audience in opposition, anyone in the audience in support of this bill? Senator Pike, thank you so much. You don't have to come back unless you want to come in. You don't have to come back because Jeff can explain. Thank you so much for coming, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Someone here representing Senator Edwards?
Ready? Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Laura Bateman, and I'm the legislative liaison for the city of Roanoke. Senator Edwards has a charter bill, Senate Bill 1021, that is a cleanup of the city's charter. You've seen it before. It was here last year, and it would put the city's charter in line with general law in the change of election to November, which the city of Roanoke did by ordinance in November of 2019.
Okay, question from me is how come if it was here last year, why is it back before us now?
I believe that in the waning days on the floor vote, all the charter bills dealing with elections, change of elections to November, did not receive the requisite vote, supermajority vote.
Question from the committee? Anyone present must speak for the bill? Anyone present must speak in opposition to the bill? Jeff, any question? Anyone at all? Sorry, I missed that Zoom stuff. Anybody know Zoom? Okay.
And I would note there are several other charter bills that I've seen out there this year that are changing the charter to comport with the general law, and on both sides and both sides of the aisle.
I don't know nothing about both sides. That's why I'm called statewide, you see.
Statewide.
That's right. So anyway, so you want to make sure that the change that were made by general law, that you will conform to those.
Yes, sir.
And the election will be in November.
Yes, sir. And the city of Roanoke adopted a charter on November 18th of 2019 to do just that.
Okay. Any questions from anyone? Jeff, no problems? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You don't have to come before the full committee that as long as the staff can approve of it, we'll be in good shape.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
We got one left, I believe, right, Jeff? Mike Dugal. Jeff, talk to me about that one, if you don't mind. So the new member would know about it. Senator Rouse, what we normally do is that the chairman of the local committee is Senator Lewis. And what happened was, because we used to have a whole lot of charter changes, especially last year during the election. Problem we had that, and what we normally do is send all charter changes to this committee. Because last year, the year before last, that was a big thing. That's everybody who was fighting and so what happened. So we sent the charter changes here. Then what we would normally do, that if it come out of here favorable, then what as the subcommittee chair, I would report that to the full committee. Is that what the subcommittee? And usually, most times, the subcommittees approve it, then it get out. But what happened was we trying to say, because there was so much talking going on, we were saying we were trying to cut down the talking. So if everybody would talk, argue for us here for an hour, 2 hours, then we get to the full committee. They said, we have already heard the subcommittee. We ready to vote on it. And that's why we do that. You see. What we got, Jeff?
Okay, Mr. Chairman, this bill is Senate Bill 874, Charter for the Town of Kilmarnock, and it also deals with the issue of cleaning up the charter to reflect the change in elections from May to November. And has a couple of additional changes dealing with quorum of the town, and then also provides that no ordinance or resolution be passed appropriating money exceeding the sum of $500 rather than the current $100, except by recorded affirmative vote of a majority of all members of council.
The quorum from 500 rather than $100. What is that about? Wait a minute, let me speak. Is there anyone here to speak on Senate Bill 874, Maduga? Anybody want to speak on that bill? Since Maduga, anyone present? All right, Jeff, talk to me about that one, please.
Mr. Chairman, the current charter has a provision that says any ordinance or resolution appropriating money exceeding $100 shall be passed only by a recorded affirmative vote of a majority of all members elected to council. And this charter amendment simply changes that from $100 to $500. The other amendments all deal with municipal elections switching to November, and really a technical change dealing with the quorum, just to clarify what a quorum is.
But what they're doing, they want to make sure that everything is changed to the election in November. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Anyone here present want to speak? Support Bill 829. Since Maduga, anyone speaking in opposition of 829? Ma'am, you're looking very attentively. You have a question on the bill. Are you here to speak before the full committee? Anyone speak? Sir, full committee, I assume? Full committee, everybody, full committee. Question from the subcommittee. Any question on the Bill 829? Then, so Jeff, you don't see no problem when we consider we heard here and there was no problem. Okay. We good with that, subcommittee? That's the case then. Now, so you would know, Senator Ross, what happened that because we don't have a quorum, there's 6 members on the committee, we have to have 4. So there would not be any recommendation from the subcommittee, but we can say that we heard the comments from the citizens and our lawyers here, and there was that. And now, but because I love Bryce Reed, he's my friend, I made sure his bill got out. Now, Jeff, so what we got a quorum, Jeff, so what can we do now? If you could tell Dr. Reed here that you heard, you approve of all of these things, then I can get a bill. Most of these are charter change, including your bill. You have one? No. Jeff.
Senator Reed, whether he's comfortable saying yes to these bills.
If you would just briefly cover what happened, it would be nice, because that's why I want to do that, because then we won't have to hear him. And just briefly, if you would just go through each one of them, let him make a decision. And he was in the accident, but he was not in the accident, but there was an accident on the interstate. He couldn't get here.
Mr. Chairman,
yes, sir.
I looked over the docket last night.
Sir.
I'm fine with it.
You fine with it? Okay. Thank you. You'll be a good Democrat. You know that I like you.
How you know I'm not? How you know I'm not?
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then let's go back then to the members. First, we have Senate Bill 822 by Senator Locke, Charter Chapter Newport News, advertisement. If do I have a motion, please? Do I have a second? Second. The proper move and second that Senate Bill 822 be reported to the full committee. Did we call a roll or just vote? All, please vote on the board, please. Voice vote? Okay. Okay, roll call, please.
Senator Reeves. Senator Hashmi. Senator Rouse. Senator Sproul.
Aye.
Ayes 4, no 0.
Thank you so much. Senate Bill 829 by Senator Locke, City of Newport News, real estate assessment change, and they had Ms. Wilson was here to represent the city as well. There was no problem according to staff. May I have a motion to approve or to deny? Do I have a second? Call the roll, please.
Senator Reeves.
Aye.
Senator Hashmi. Senator Rouse. Senator Sproul.
Aye.
Ayes 4, no 0.
Thank you. Bill by 874 by Senator McDougal, charter change of Kim, how you pronounce it,
Kilmarnock.
Kilmarnock, yes.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
All right.
Move the report.
The proper moving second that we report to the full committee Senate Bill 874. Please call the roll, please.
Senator Reeves.
Aye.
Senator Hashmi. Senator Rouse. Senator Sproul.
Thank you so
Ayes
much.
4, no 0.
Senate Bill 961 by Senator Pete, charter change the town of Farmville. Heard by the members, no complaints from anybody in the audience. May I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second. Call the roll, please.
Senator Reeves.
Aye.
Senator Hashmi. Senator Rouse. Senator Sproul.
Thank
Ayes
you.
4, no 0.
And the last one is Senate Bill 1021 from Senator Edwards, charter change from City of Roanoke municipal elections.
Move the report.
Call the roll, please.
Senator Reeves.
Aye.
Senator Hashmi. Senator Rouse. Senator Sproul.
Thank you.
Ayes 4, no
Thank you.
0.
And to Senator Ross, what happened now is that you are also on the full committee, which meets at 9 o'clock. And what happened was the chair would call on me first. Then what I would do is to let the chair and the full committee know that the bill was heard by the subcommittee, no problem, and staff recommends that approval, that I make the motion to approve it, that we cut out all the talking, that we know one who is here now who are for these bills, because they got it unanimously, then they can just leave. But let's say if one got out 3-1 or 3-2, there's a problem. Then I would say to the person, you need to come out to the full committee, you see. But because they got out, they don't have to, see. But all minds clear. Thank you so much, Senator Reed, and thank you. And with those in the audience, we'll see you at 9 o'clock. We adjourn.